AIE shirt was available, but unfortunately, I think I wore it already.
How dare you wear a shirt one time?
I know.
Mine, I have one, but mine's kind of old and faded, and I think I'd have to like stand up like this for you to see it. So.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
instead
rocking.
she's just flashing Mickey.
Yeah, I'm just
I would
rocking.
never do that. Okay.
Just, I'll have to switch cameras, but I'm rocking the Nerdtacular 2011 shirt.
I saw that. Very nice.
Yeah, I have many Nerdtacular shirts now.
All right, Muse says we are online. So,
Yay, online!
Aludra, when you are ready.
Alright, so let's do this in 3, 2, on this episode of the AIE Podcast.
The spring craft fair planning is in the air.
More pets, and yep, more pets.
How come she got to say the pet line? No.
Because you're
hello,
reading this
today, Leo.
podcast.
Mining, we will go.
The state of the... Oh, wait. Secret redacted. Not again.
Abavan and Kelsa are from AIE in Final Fantasy XIV.
All that and more coming up right now.
Bringing you the latest news from the AIE gaming community from planet Earth and beyond. This is the AIE Podcast.
I am not used to hosting. Welcome to episode number 222 of the podcast, celebrating the LA Octa-S gaming community. I'm Aludra. I think you're awesome. And with me, as always, is Michaela.
Michaela, really? All right, there is sour cream blueberry pie in the Guild Kitchen.
And right over there, we have a Tetsemi.
Something spreadsheets.
All right. This week we are joined by special guests Abavan and Kelsier. Kelsier. Thank you. Who are here to talk about us. Talk to us about AIE and Final Fantasy. Welcome, friends. Welcome.
Woo. You know that Aludra person? Oh, talk to you. Oh, okay.
No, she gets on my nerves too. Don't even worry about it. I mean, there are times it's like, oh, do I have to be me today? Just really, do I have to be me?
You're a gamer. Of course you don't have to be you.
That's right. I can be Link today or Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, kids, if you can choose, always be Batman.
Yes,
Always.
because in AIE, you can be all the things.
All the things in all the games. Okay. So, wow, I've never hosted the show before, guys. Like, really, never taken, I think maybe once, but that was like years ago, and I dragged Kefis and Link on to co-host with me. So this is a totally new experience because this is a for real show. So, Michaela, what have you been up to? Because we missed last week, which was a real bummer. So what have you been up to in the last few weeks?
Well, our FERT raid team started raiding again, which is a great... It's so exciting. All the innuendos and inappropriateness anybody can ask for, it's great.
And we had a super cool new person that didn't announce himself, and he didn't say another word throughout the rest of the raid, and it was like, whoa, oops.
I wonder why.
Yeah, really.
Good times. So we started raiding and that was great. We've only gotten through the first 2 bosses of Heimal, because, yeah. The third is the fourth that's an optional, or is it the third that's optional and the fourth that's required? In any case, Tectus and, is it Brackenspore?
Yes.
Oh my god! I know other teams that might be representative here have done really great, not so much with us. But we're gonna get it. I think we're gonna either get hopefully get Tectus tonight. If not, I think there's plans to go back to heroic Kargath.
I would recommend that if you are able to go 2 in Heimal normal, you can probably do what's his name, Kargath. pretty easily in heroic mode. That's what Nigga Knights did here. We're 5 of 7 and 1
I
of
saw
7
that.
in heroic. So yeah.
That is awesome. That is just my hat's off to you guys.
You guys rock.
It's a bit of work, but yeah, no. But if you can do 2 of 7 in normal, you can totally do 1 of 7 in heroic.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's our plan. Though personally, I think I'd like to bang my head against Tectus for the night. That sounds like a great time. Actually, not being sarcastic for once.
Nice, nice. What about you, Tetsemi?
I have been up to mostly work and playing a little bit and recovering from having some dental surgery done, which, not the dental surgery, but it had some after effects that friends know about. But yeah, I'm in a little bit of discomfort right now.
For those
so
of you wondering, Tetsemi is growing horns.
Yes. He's got this nice
Out
pump
of
on
his
my head
mouth.
now. Exactly. No, that's an orc. Wait, I play an orc. No, so I haven't been playing as much lately. I do have a second character to 100, and I'm slowly going through the Garrison campaign with that character as well. But just, Garrison all the things and raiding. That's about it right now.
Oh, that sounds well. Yeah, I know I'm there. So I can't say I'm shocked, but our listeners could be totally shocked by, Tets is doing spreadsheets and raids. I mean, wow.
That's pretty much what he does.
Yeah, and that's why we heart him so much. Because Tets is awesome. Well, as for me, let's see. I am running around on an Eludra Bear, and I got an extremely rare, hard-to-catch, timed pet over by freaking wizard place for... I totally don't remember his name. The guy who's doing the legendary quest. Starts with a K. Yeah, I kept wanting to call him Kargath, and that is totally wrong. He's
Right.
not Kargath.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, he's like another guy. So, yeah, I got this pet. It's on a stupid spawn timer, and only a few spawn at a time, and it's very irritating. But I managed to get one, so yay!
That's amazing.
And, yeah, well, what can I say? I've got some skills when it comes to pets.
You are awesome.
And no, so I got one of those, and I was really jazzed, and I got some more. Man, those garrison quests are doing a lot to help me gear up. Are they helping anybody else gear up?
Oh, yeah.
Because, seriously, I'm getting cool weapons, I got a cool necklace, I got a cool trinket. It's like, yeah. It's like they're trying to phase out raiding, which I think is a bad move.
But where would we make all of our innuendo?
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a bad move.
It is.
And, let's see. Oh, I've been playing Civ. There was a free weekend for Civ Beyond Earth, and it ended at 1 p.m. today, and I was very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was fun.
Yeah, I have that on Steam, and it's definitely a fun game.
I want that game so much. It's like, I was, yeah. And everybody's like yelling at me and condemning me for shooting aliens, but I only shot the aliens that attacked me. I didn't even have an army until it's like, seriously, until the alien lords attacked. And it was like a wave of monsters came in through my borders, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, just
At
no.
that point, you have to shoot them, yeah.
Yeah, you do, because they're all like, I'm going to destroy your refineries. And I'm like, well, I don't want that. I need that refinery. And so I shot them. And immediately somebody's like, how dare you shoot the aliens? They are our friends. I'm like, well, can you tell them that they're my friends? Because they're not getting that memo. They're all
Love
condemned.
conquers all, Eludra.
No,
Huh?
it was Gandhi. Gandhi probably did it.
Gandhi of the, yeah, right. No. So I was going for this ending, this transcendence victory, and the countdown has begun. I've got this locked, and then everybody started attacking me, and I'm like,
Who would attack
guys,
you?
Well, the princess to the north is what I called her, but she was like the purpley teal one, and then the African guy started attacking me because they don't really have names. They're just like the leaders of X and Y collation in this game. And so I was like, dudes, And first off, the dude who attacked me, he was like totally being an opportunist because all my guys were up at the northern border defending, and then he comes sweeping and going, haha, I'm gonna kill you. So before I won with Transcendence Victory, very ironic here, I stole his main city, demanded another, and raised 2 more. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. I'm like, you won't, because click, I win. Yeah,
cool.
it's the little things in Civ life that really, really make it worthwhile, I think. So what about our guests? Abovan, it's been a bit since you were on, and it's been since we've spoken, and I miss you, Abo. You're a good friend of mine. So how are you? What are you up to?
I'm doing well. Lots of end of year festivities and beginning of year festivities and stuff. But Abovan is now back in full force, playing as many games as I possibly can because that's what I do. But today we're going to be talking about some Final Fantasy 14. It's a lot of things are ramping up here. There's been a lot of the Final Fantasy Fan Fest.
Yeah. All that's coming up. Great. But we want to hear about you right now because this is the intro part, not the part where we talk about the game.
Oh, fine. About me. Well, I'm wearing a red shirt right now that says Nerd Tractor 2011. Ooh. That's pretty awesome.
Ooh.
Because I counted up one time. I've been to 5 Nerdtaculars. So if anybody wants to meet me, go to Nerdtacular.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome.
Is, July 31st and August 1st of 2015. Tickets on sale soon.
So go. It's awesome.
Yes.
But anyway, besides that, I've been playing mucho games. I caved in at the end of the Christmas season and said I'm going to get myself a new present. So I bought myself a Wii U.
Ooh, fun!
And Smash Brothers. And Smash Brothers is the fun.
It is really great. Yeah, that's a great game.
I have not exchanged the friend codes or whatever they use in that quite yet. So for those,
are you saying you have no friends? Because
I have no Wii friends. I have no friends to Wii with. So
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
However, if you would like to be to Wii U friend me, talk to me after the show. I'll be more than happy to play some Smash Brothers with you, eventually some Mario Kart one day, and everything else that the Wii U has to offer, because I didn't think I would like that console. I ended up loving that console. I didn't think I would. It's getting more play right now than my Xbox and almost my PlayStation right now. So it's really interesting. But yeah,
awesome.
So that was my Christmas present to me.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, Abo, from Abo.
That's right.
What about you, person whose name, Kelsier? See, I do it.
Kelsier.
Yeah, you know what? You're Mr. K. I've renamed you.
Got it. Yeah, I've just been. We just launched a kind of mini raid group in Final Fantasy that I've been working really hard to gear up for.
Wait. So are you all Lalafels?
No, I'm a Rogaiden at the moment.
But you said mini.
Well, yeah. Time to get a race change, I guess.
No.
For those on the video, you can see Kelsier and myself, dancing in unison.
Yes.
Abo's the shorter of the two.
Which is funny because I'm a pretty tall guy in real life.
You are.
But then again, everyone's tall.
So, mini raid group.
Yep. And that's pretty much all I've been doing in terms of gaming. I've been waiting for a sale on Divinity Original Sin because my friends have really recommended that. But I'm probably going to wait for a sale for it.
Oh, yeah. Sales make the games more fun because, then you're playing the game at like half price. Yeah, I know. Steam just ended its sale though, so.
Yeah. I might break and buy it. We'll see.
Oh, don't break! Don't break! We don't need you breaking! No!
It happens a lot.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to be talking to Abo and Mr. K shortly, but first, let's cover this week's news.
AIE News.
So if you've been keeping an eye on Twitter or Facebook or any of that, you've probably noticed that World of Warcraft recently sent out a surprise gift to users who've been subscribed continually for 10 years. It's an amazing replica of the bronze orc statue that stands in the courtyard of Blizzard HQ in Irvine. Did you receive one? Oh, don't worry. Neither did we. But lots of AIE guildies have. Congratulations, guys, for sticking by the game for so long. It's a huge accomplishment, and what an awesome reward.
Yeah,
that's
great.
And I love the fact that they, sent it out and there was so little fanfare about it. Just, hey, check your stuff. You might have this coming to you. I think it was a really class move. It would have been better if they sent it to us, but that's okay.
Yeah, I can't believe the drama about this. Like, guys, seriously. I think it's really great, and of course they're going to give it to the people who fit that specific criteria. I'm happy for them. Everybody who got one, I'm cool with not getting one. I mean, it would have rocked if I did, but I didn't, and I kind of moved on. But to some people, you'd think their lives have ended for lack of an orc statue. Now, guys, I just, wow.
Yeah, somebody in our house missed it for about 360 days unsubscribed.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like a year. So
it was a year.
It was a year between Vanilla and BC, so that's a good. And also in AIE World of Warcraft news, there are rumors that the Spring Craft Fair is in the works. Please keep an eye on the Professions Forum. Use the forums for more details as it becomes available. And of course, we're also going to be tweeting all the information out as we have it as well. If you'd like to help out with the craft fair, please contact Cyrene in-game or on the forums. Use the forums to volunteer. And if you've never worked at the craft fair, it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Don't downplay that. That's a lot of work.
But it is a work of love, and it's a tradition that we hold very dear, in AIE.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah,
it wouldn't be AIE if we did not have the craft fair. I firmly believe this 125,000%. AIE craft fair. That is it.
Yes. And a friendly reminder to all guildies in WoW as well, please utilize the AIE LFG channel, not AIE LFO, to organize raids, dungeons, world bosses, PvP groups, etc. It's an open channel that the rest of the server does not have access to and utilizes as well.
Oh, they do.
It is. I'm sorry. It does. It does. They does. Wow. You can't do names and I can't do reading.
They do it. Yeah, you can't do words. I can't do names. We're a good team.
We're a great team. So the entire server, it's not a private channel, it's a public channel. Other people besides AIE use it. It's a great channel. So show the AIE love and help folks out. You can join the channel by typing in your chat box /join AIE LFG.
That is the slash itself, not the word slash. Sorry, no Guns N' Roses guitar riffs in WoW.
I would do the head banging to go with it, but I don't really have the head banging.
No, my head hurts anyway.
Oh yeah, let's not do that. Hair? Head banging hair. Well, yeah, you're kind of missing the whole hair thing.
Oh, shots! They've been fired.
Oh, that's okay. And last but not least, don't forget to thank a guildmate thread as well. Someone helped you out with a quest or questions. Let them know that you think they're awesome. There is a forum, or is a thread in the forums, and also we're still trying to push our whole Guildie of the Month, or re-push the whole Guildie of the Month. So if you have someone to nominate in any of the AIE games, the email is GOTM? I'm trying to remember if it's /AIE or just GOTM@gmail.com. Again, information's on the forums.
Forums, go there, and yeah, I'm gonna hit up that thread because there are a lot of awesome AIE people, and they help me, and I heart them, and I really, really should put it in writing.
Right, in and out of WoW, we have amazing guildies. We really do. We really,
truly, honestly do. And I just love being a part of this community because of that. I mean, I love you all so much.
Yep.
And in EVE, A new mining operation started January 14th with 100% Orca boosts and free ships. They came, they saw, they mined. There's a forum thread up about the operation in the Eve section of the forums.
Like Orca whales? Like Free Willy?
Pretty much.
Are they bashing Willy against asteroids to mine? Because I have a problem with this!
Nope, then they put the mine in the Orca. They don't use the Orca to mine.
Okay, well, this is
okay.
getting more confusing, so I'm just gonna run to SWOTOR, a land that makes sense and is dear to my heart. So, Flashpoint Weeklies and queuing discussion about hard mode Flashpoints and soloing older content have a place, guess where? On the forums, and people are discussing this, because apparently there's weeklies for the Flashpoints and yeah, all that good stuff. So, yay! I keep meaning to freaking reboot that game. I really do. But I just haven't gotten to it yet. So, if you want to take place in the weeklies and maybe run through older content, because who does not like running through older content, check it out. It's super fun. Also, there's a rumor that there may be a dirty Imperial Datacron run tonight. Like, what's a dirty Datacron? Oh, never mind! Whoa! I'm asking questions that should not be answered. Anyways, if you're interested
Check
in
the
this,
forums.
yeah. Tonight, January 18th, see the forum post for more details. Any word on who's organizing this run?
It's in the forum post. I didn't.
It's in the forum post. Well, this is a very spare... Okay. We need to know who organizes these things.
It was actually not. It wasn't one of the officers. It was one of the.
Yeah. We want to give props to the guildies who organize these great runs, though. So next time I will get their name. Also, keep up to date with news, updates, info, and the ongoing thread in the forums for all your SWOTORiousness, like all the fun. Because hey, we have a thread for that too. So I like that. A whole game ongoing thread going on. That should be a thing for everybody. Every game should try to do something like that.
By the way, on the forum, it's Growlydidge that is organizing that run.
Awesome, Growlydidge, you are awesome. Thank you for organizing fun runs and stuff for your AIE friends.
Very much so. All right, and in the very redacted secret world, Radozato has posted a link to the state of the game for December, January from the developers in our forums. Again, use the forums. You guys know this. In addition, there's also a review of what happened in the previous year of the secret world. So it's a good catch-up read because that game, they are always updating it and moves pretty
yeah,
fast.
But if everything's redacted, then how are we going to catch up?
Well, I'm guessing with that review, you have enough information you need to take out the rest of it yourselves.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Yep. And in Lord of the Rings Online, do you need a rep item or several? Dux has put more items in the guild house chest for all to use. Check the forum post if you have items to contribute or items you're looking for. Also, the producer's letter has been published with plans for the first half of 2015. There's a link to it in our forums.
Gasp! Alright, so Star Trek Online, another world that has rules and makes sense, and I enjoy it, even though I fly backwards throughout it. So, just a reminder of the 2014 Holiday Ornament event is over. Aww. It went till January 15th, and as today is the 18th, yeah, it's over. So, if you missed it, that's a bummer. If you didn't, I hope you had a lot of fun. That sounded like a really great event.
It certainly did. Lots of cool, different, unique prizes and things that you can get from it, too. And, are you looking for a specific color for your chocobo? You know you are, Ludra, right? You are? Certainly? In Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So please check the forum post where guilds are coordinating and getting and giving out specific colors.
And in WildStar, it is with a heavy heart that we announce the retirement of the AIE division in WildStar. The two co-guilds will be disbanded soon, TM, so make sure you log in and get anything you need from the guild banks before that happens. There is a thread discussing the retirement on the forums. And with that, let's get back to Abelvan and Kelser and find out what's going on in Final Fantasy.
Hey, so Final Fantasy is still is not final. It is still ongoing. It's still gobs of fun to be had. There's a lot of new things on the horizon coming up. There's things currently happening and things in the immediate future, as in next week.
Oh, awesome. So what's going on?
All right, so let's talk about what just happened. There was the Final Fantasy Fan Fest, which were like little mini BlizzCons. They had one in Vegas, they had one in London, and then that was about a week apart, and then a few weeks later they had one in late December in Tokyo. Because, Final Fantasy is Square Enix. It is a Japanese game and stuff like that, but don't let that put you off. It's actually the localization team for American and U.S. and North American audiences are awesome. It is unbelievable job of what they've done to add a lot of flair and character, and to the point where some of the translator guys are actually talking back to the guys in Japan, saying, "Hey, it would be really cool and make a lot of sense if you did X, Y, Z," and they're going with it now. So it's really cool. It's a really cool
great.
I love that.
Yeah, the one thing that was very clear at the, actually was at the FanFest, and it seemed like the translators, they're actually in Japan with the developers, and they actually helped them develop the game a bit, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that definitely is something that makes it a more interactive experience.
Yeah, I heard from friends who went that it was a really, really great event. People felt listened to, and there were things addressed that, they said even the developers didn't like grinding for Atma, and
Right.
so that's a problem. And I got a cute Choco from FanFest, actually. A friend brought me a cute Choco just as a white mage.
Awesome.
Yes,
Oh, nice.
yes, so I'm very, very pleased with that. If you could see me now, you'd see me hugging it, but you can't see me now. So there. Exactly, dude.
So, just from the last time that I was on the podcast, I did talk about the new expansion, Heaven's Ward, was announced at the first. I think it was after the first two fan fests that I came on and talked about a little bit here. But Kelsier, you were actually there, right?
Yep.
All right. So you made the trip out to Vegas and you saw a lot of these things announced. Live, versus me, which had the 8-second Twitch delay.
Right.
But no, it's Heaven's War. It's getting a lot of good, a lot of new things were announced there. There's one thing is that will be a new race that was announced, and it wasn't announced then, but from the Japan show, we found out that the new race is going to be Aura.
Okay.
So, for those,
sounds
so
very Egyptian.
Well, think tall, mysterious, and horns.
Ah! Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, those horns are funny.
It's like Tetsemi.
There we go. Tet is the new race. Awesome.
Yes.
Circle complete.
Are we
They had-
talking like unicorn horns, devil horns, goat horns?
Right now, they actually haven't. We think they're like part dragon. Like they look very.
Okay.
They have kind of a human face because Final Fantasy game. But they have horns growing out of their head and a lizardy-looking tail and scales on their body. It's really cool.
Oh, cool!
So you're thinking WoW terms? Thinking WoW terms, and I might be butchering the name, but the dragon aspect, Alexandria, is that her name?
Alexstrasza.
Alexstrasza, yeah. In her human form, how she has those horns popping out of her head, sort of like that.
So like a Draenei, but cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And very,
Cool.
I like Draenei's.
They are
No,
actually
I do too.
visually they are the most appealing alliance race.
What?
Yeah,
Not the
they're
Worgen?
No, visually no.
Morgan, I need a freaking add-on just to be able to be around them. It's called Morgan Sniff Remover. Download it. You will love it.
But the Vorgans do get that really cool top hat, but that's beyond the point. All right,
All
back to
right,
Final Fantasy.
Moving on. We also got 3 new jobs announced. Now, in Final Fantasy terms, a job is like an advanced class, but it's so you start out with your class, which is like that has like your base skill set, and then you get that with you get that to level 30, and then level 20 of a corresponding class, and you can create a job, which is really what you are. This is like the more traditional Final Fantasy classes, like your black mage, white mage, warrior, paladin, those sort of things. And that's really when you are doing your end game stuff there, or really anything above level 30 for me, you play as your class. So they announced 3 new classes, and there's no 3 new jobs. There's no class requirements, right? So essentially, the feeling is that they're starting to move away from the whole be a class, then get a job type thing. It's just saying, poof, 1, you're done. So they announced for this new expansion, a new tank, a new healer, and a new DPS. So 3 new...
Ooh, fun!
So
Fun! Why does this game gotta cost so much money?
There's an introductory account. That's only $13.
I got a free game, and all my tunes are there, and how am I supposed to mini-raid with you again if...
We'll figure something out. So the three new jobs. We have the Dark Knight tank, which is...
Ooh, the Dark Knight. Hey, guys, kids, remember, be Batman.
Batman.
Yes.
Always be Batman.
Well, okay, funny story actually about that. So
Yes, love it.
So at each of the fan fests, so at the one in Vegas, which was the first one, they said there would be new jobs, but didn't say what the jobs were. They wanted to hold that for one of them for the London one, and they had a guy wear a Batman shirt, and they were like, we don't know what this means. But
it means he's being Batman.
Yeah, it's like, and he was like, I really like the Christopher Nolan movies, but he was like, my hands are tied by the PR teams. So we got the Dark Knight. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, Batman. Okay.
Right, so it's
sorry.
It's a dark magic class.
Not the first one who's done it, I'm sure, but it's just fun.
Right. It is.
And it is a dark magic class that uses a 2-hand greatsword, because in Final Fantasy XIV, the way you change your classes is you just change your weapon and poof, you're that class.
Yeah.
And remember, your one character can be every class, every job in the game. You don't pick the character when you roll the character the first time. That's just what you start with, but you can acquire every class in the game.
Yes, so remember, really like the way your character looks, or be crazy like me and roll 2.
Right.
Rolling 2 has nothing to do with insanity, my dear.
Right. But you can. They did allow purchase of Vials of Fantasia, which allows you to recustomize your character from scratch. So
no, it doesn't let you change your name, actually.
Really?
They do have that now.
Yeah, but I'm not paying 2 fees.
At least they're cheaper than World of Warcraft's. But I guess you get them all at once in World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah.
Poof.
Right,
yeah, it's $10 for a Fantasia. I'm not sure what the name change is.
Yeah, I'll have to look. I don't know off the top of my head.
Unless it's 50 cents, it's a ripoff.
Yeah.
So,
sorry.
On top of that, we have
a
new healer. And help me out with the pronunciation, because...
Astrologian.
Astrologian?
Okay, that does sound like a dragon name.
But it uses the powers of the stars to heal and assist allies. And
oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Are they reading from the Zodiac?
Yes.
Aurora.
It looks.
Yes.
It looks like a
Zodiac.
A diviner.
Yeah, they have the most amazing weapon. It's this like floating astral globe thing with cards floating around it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I'll be leveling that.
Sorry,
it's just
that came
amazing.
out a little too forceful there.
I don't have the time or energy to play another game, but oh my gosh, that sounds
yes,
great.
You do.
Also, I don't like healers, and that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I like healers, so bring it on. I really do. I actually like healing. But the healing classes in the game didn't feel right, so maybe this is the one for me. Maybe they made it just for me. Yeah, right. Because
Go
I'm
play.
made of money.
Yes.
Well, next up, the last class they announced was Machinist, which is a DPS ranged class, which they don't have a lot of physical DPS range classes in this game. It's just right now it's just a bard, which is really an archer type class. So this is the second physical range class out there, which is something that the game's class is needed. And what's interesting about this one, your primary weapon is a gun, which is cool. Guns are cool, but your main way of deploying damage is because the class is actually a mechanical pet and turret class. So you would actually drop a bunch of turrets down, like Team Fortress style or something like that. Or there's this one class in Dark Age of Camelot that you drop these shroom turrets. I'm going old school here, trying to say what is it like.
Wow.
That's funny. I was thinking of Warhammer Online.
Wow.
Oh yeah, good call. The engineer in Warhammer Online had that before that game.
Does this work like Gage in Borderlands, where you summon a big monster and a big machine, and it comes and it plows down all the enemies, not energies, but enemies?
Yeah, except it's a small floating copter thing.
Well, I want the big guy who I can high five and everything. So.
We'll give you more details when it actually hits in the spring.
Yeah,
Cool.
Unfortunately, besides the name and the role, they've been a bit tight-lipped about like they showed a couple animations for skills, but that's about all we got.
Okay, well then, there we go.
All right, so other things that the expansion will give us: flying mounts.
Ooh, always a
Wait.
good thing.
So yeah,
That's actually, in the game, I really never felt the lack of a flying mount. So it's really surprising that they put them in. You can teleport anywhere you want to go for a small fee.
right.
Like any outpost or any city, you're like, oh, deep.
Yeah,
The way it was
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. The way they kind of said at the Fan Fest was that these zones they're going to make a lot bigger, and like there's going to be floating islands and stuff that you need a flying mount to get to. So I guess that's why they're putting them in.
Are they teaching my Choco to fly?
No, but you can get a black chocobo that can fly. So.
But
Oh.
I don't want a black one. Mine are
I know.
bright red and pink.
I know. I want to keep my pink chocobo and have it fly away.
Exactly. Ooh, can we change the color of the black Choco?
They haven't said. I don't know.
We can cram a bunch of fruits down its gullet like we do to our ground Chocos.
No, you see, it's the blackness that lets it fly. So if you change its color, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's really weird and mildly offending. So.
Well, there will be other traditional flying mounts. Like you go get the item, you right-click it, and it's in your little thing. Then you poof your mount, fly around.
Oh, I thought of an even better one. A behemoth with very tiny wings.
Quite possibly.
Yes, we must have
That'd be
this.
fun.
But there's also going to be single-person airships that you can make. Or they'll be available somewhere. I'm not sure how you actually get them, but you can get traditional Final Fantasy airships and cruise around, fly around and such. You'll get a little mini dragony thing from the collector's edition, which I'll touch on in a bit. But there's also going to be free company airships, which is a airship that you make for the free company just so everybody knows, free company in Final Fantasy terms is like a guild. It's pretty much AIE is a free company in Final Fantasy world, right? So we would band together and actually create and build our own AIE airship. All right, and then that will continue to be expanded on as the life of the expansion pack goes through. So through all the different patches, you'll say, now you can do one that has green propellers and cannons that shoot flowers, or whatever the case may be.
I don't remember that part of the preview.
It was in the subtext. But yeah, we will be able to build our own airship throughout the life of the expansion, which is something as a group we can all contribute to.
That's really cool. I love seeing those group effort things, like, and while watching my garrison, go through the motions and stuff, that was fun. But we didn't do anything like a guild hall or anything. That would have been really fun to see.
That would have been amazing.
The guild achievements just don't have the same same pull to it, but having, like going, hey, I crafted 5,000 nails, and it's like, great, we need 50,000, so that's really helpful. That sort of thing is just awesome. I love seeing that sort of effort, and then everybody can feel like at the end that it belongs to all of them because they all put in the work, and it wasn't just, oh, here's some gil.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just want to sidetrack here, in case Blizzard is listening, guild garrisons, we would love to have that in the next X-Pack. That's just me saying. I think other people would agree. Guild garrisons.
Yeah. Instead of like the archaeology area, they could be like where we mount the raid bosses' heads and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
When you beat it, and then when you beat it on heroic, maybe it has a nicer wooden frame around it, and like stuff like that. One guy's broken arm with the saw blade on it that Blizzard can't decide if it's his left or right arm, or the trophy alcove.
Okay. So moving
That
on
would be
from
great.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love that too, because Final Fantasy, it kind of almost looks like some of the bosses drop things, and then you can craft them into other things for your guild house.
Yeah.
And that's really cool, because it's almost like the trophy system, and I love that. It's like, oh my gosh, they got this amazing fountain. Either they paid $20 billion for it, or they did the smart thing and ran the raid until it dropped.
And earned it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I wish we had a Leviathan fountain. That thing is really awesome.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, we got to work on that. Moving on from there.
Fist isn't here anymore, so I can have free reign over the garden.
Hey, then I've left it in good hands. I left it in the hands of the guild, so...
Yep.
So from there, there's also going to be a new faction, the Holy See of Istgard.
Holy Seas, man.
Yep. It's essentially like a very reclusive state up in the north in the snowy area. That's where the majority of the expansion pack is going to take place, and it's going to be a fourth city-state. So there's 3 factions that you choose to be, but they're all sort of allied. There's a little bit of tension from time to time, but they're sort of on good terms with each other. Where there's going to be a fourth one that's going to be introduced as well.
Oh, are they going to be friends, or is it going to be one of those? Oh, we don't really talk to them.
I think it's like friends. Because they're really xenophobic and untrusting, but I think
how fun! Xenophobic people afraid of the Lullabells.
At least it's xenophobic elves and not humans for once.
Yeah. The elves always come across as xenophobic too, so...
That's true.
Yeah, it's standard fantasy tropes are in play, but it's still fun to watch, and it's going to be fun to watch that unplay through the various patches and story quests.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds like fun.
So this game will be available in a standard edition, and there's also going to be a collector's edition in both digital and physical. But let's talk this physical collector's edition in this digital world. But everybody likes to put out the collector's edition of stuff here. This box is big. They shown some pictures of it, and they brought out a couple demos they had here. What do you get, like a foot and a half statuette?
Yeah.
You get that in a bazillion books, CDs, music, and tons of in-game goodies, including a flying dragon.
No. Actually, correction on that one. You get the flying dragon normally, but I think you get a griffin with the collector's edition.
I love griffins. They're so cuddly and have cute little beaks.
So yeah, lots of stuff, lots of way to spend your money on a very, very fun game.
Michaela, what do you think about griffins? Michaela's broken. So that was actually my way of testing to see if she was broken and putting her on the spot like that. So I'm mean, and it's a good thing she's not hosting the show.
All right, so from there, that's all in the springish when it's released. There hasn't been a set date yet, but sometime in the spring, so that's a few months out. Let's talk about next week.
Next week is a good week.
Next week is a good week because it is patch week. 2.5 is hitting next week, Tuesday, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a note that says the servers are going down sometime soon. I haven't looked at that because, I just want to say,
it's scary.
Yeah, next, play game.
Yeah, that's all anybody's really interested in. Play the game.
So, patch 2.5 next week. Standard patch stuff, standard patch notes, pages upon pages upon pages upon pages, upon pages upon pages upon pages upon pages of patch notes. Standard stuff.
That's one thing that they freaking do above and beyond is patch notes. It's like, wow, guys, I really didn't need to know you fixed a minor clipping issue that if a cake is going into an instance that, suddenly the strawberry won't jump off. I mean, it's great that was an issue and you saw it, but wow.
So yeah, I mean, YouTubers can make 30-minute videos off of these patch notes. They're amazing.
Yes. No, not 30 minutes. At least 45.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, I'm pretty sure Mr. Happy did like a 27-minute video.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I listened to this one podcast about the patch notes. I think it was a 3-hour podcast episode. It was absolutely nuts.
Wow.
Well, when you're on a 5-hour flight, you need something to do.
Yeah,
So
I'm not saying. There we go. Michaela's back. I'm not saying that but I can't listen to a podcast for that long. So
Really?
not for 3 hours.
I have a podcast.
Can you be on a podcast for 3 hours?
Probably not.
Not even a Ludra.
Not
I listen to podcasts all day at work usually. So
Yeah.
Same here.
So standard stuff. There's going to be some new story quests, some scenario quests. There's going to be some side quests. There's going to be some Hildebrand stuff, which is a wonderful. I love that quest line so much. We're actually doing the Hildebrand Manderville dance right now on the for those who are watching the video stream right now, either on YouTube or live. There's going to be multiple primal fights, and primal fights are it's like your onesie little boss fight. It's just like you go in, you queue up, and then poof, you're in. It's a single boss. You go in, kill the boss, get loot, get out. They're adding multiples of those in, so it's like a quick casual, or it can be semi-serious depending on what level you decide to do, either standard mode or hard mode or extreme mode. They're going to be adding a new area called the World of Darkness, which is like LFR.
No. Things like that need to be said, like the world of darkness. Yes. See, exactly.
it sounds like they're actually calling something like LFR evil there. Just my observation.
Yes, well,
And by coincidence, it is kind of the LFR raid.
yes, it is.
There you go.
It is something that you just. It's a 24-person raid, but you just queue up. Just like an LFR has 25 people. This is 24 because it's 3 groups of 8. And you go in. It's very casual. It's not something that's tremendously difficult, but it does have its own little story. It is a continuation of the Crystal Tower storyline, so you want to make sure you get through Crystal Tower 1 and Crystal Tower 2 first, or Cirrus Tower, as it's called. But yeah, it's something that anyone can really do, and there's always groups being created for them, either in within AIE or within the server itself, but it is an entire group of servers that we do that all pull together. So you're not pulling just for your server; it's from our data center essentially. There's also going to be a new PvP zone, Borderland Ruins, which
Borderlands, cool.
Yes, very much so. It's a capture and hold type of area, from what I believe. I only read the patch notes on this one. I didn't read too much about it. Do you know more about this than I do?
Yeah, actually, so it's the same map called the Borderland Ruins, but there's going to be a second rule set, which is a team deathmatch, essentially. And they're calling it Slaughter.
Oh my!
Because the version they have right now is Capture and Hold, and they're creating a deathmatch version of it as well. Which is really interesting considering...
When you're done? Or one death and you're out?
I think you just keep killing each other until you get to a certain point threshold or something.
Oh, okay.
What's really funny is that they've tried. Final Fantasy XIV goes through sometimes overly. It tries overly hard to fit every mechanic into the story. So like the PvP thing is like a friendly battle between the 3 factions you can join in the game, and now they're introducing a version called Slaughter. So it's like, I don't think this is going so well.
It doesn't really sound all that friendly.
Yeah, it's like, we'll be civil about this claiming this area, but now we're going to do Slaughter.
I'm going to friendly put this broadsword through your skull.
Yeah.
So there's going to be there's a bunch of housing adjustments and new housing items, which are cool. But one that really comes into play here is something that's called the Ethereal Wheel, which for us as a free company is pretty cool. It's going to be an alternative way for us to generate free company credits, which free company credits can be used to purchase free company buffs, which is something a buff that everyone in the free company gets to use and enjoy. And we try to pick our buffs that will benefit everyone. Because right now we run something called reduced rates. Every time you plop from place to place, you can teleport from any like city or town, outpost, and so forth to any place that has a crystal. Think of this as since most of the people in the AIE do play WoW or a similar game there. Think of it as a flight point that you can teleport to instantly from any point, and you just have to pay the fee just to get there. But the fee in Final Fantasy is a little bit more than the fee, pretty much ridiculously low fee that it is in WoW. But you have to actually go to the flight point. Here, you click on teleport and you float in the air for a couple seconds, and then poof, you're in the new location, and you lost 400 gil or 500 gil or whatever how much it was. We run a buff to reduce that down by what was 10%, 20%?
Yeah, good deal. It depends on the level of the buff you get, because you can buy different
30%.
levels of it.
Yeah, we reduced it by 30%.
Okay, so we're saving it by 30%. Other things are adding a bazillion quality of life changes, some ways to make raiding easier, some things to make just running around, just doing quests easier, and some other changes, some new hairstyles, some new ways you can make your character look, and quite possibly the most earth-shattering news that we have here to give you about the game is on the PS4. PS Move controllers are now supported on the new patch. For all 6 of you who have the PlayStation Move on your PlayStation 4, you can now use that to interface with the game. Congratulations.
Wow, I didn't read that. I got to see this.
No, it's in there. It actually goes into detail.
Oh, no, I'm not doubting. I mean, I want to see this in practice. Like, I want to see it in practice.
You want to see like waving your arms around all over the place, saying, "Look at me, I'm healing."
Oh, that would be a great
replicate that. Yeah, replicate the animation in the game. It's like, oh.
So in AIE news, membership is on the up and up. Attendance is on the up and up, which is great news. More people equals more fun. With that said, we love to have you guys involved as well. So come on down. We'll love to. Fill out your mommy report. Hit us up on the Twitters or anywhere else that you can find us. We'll be glad to get you guys involved. It's a fun game. We'd love to have you.
You're good people. Like, seriously, some of the nicest, most helpful people are in there. And that can be said about any branch of AIE, I know, but still.
Except for Eludra. Anyways.
Oh!
Back to previous conversation about talking about Eludra.
Well.
So.
Are you kidding?
We are also doing some, we're doing some more of the hiring content. We're doing some Coil of Bahamut, which is the endgame raid. There's 3 wings of that, but you have to complete the first wing to go to the second wing. You got to complete the second to do the third, and so forth. A lot of us, are still, stuck on the at the end of the first one, turn 5, which you're fighting a big dragon named Turania. And she's very difficult. There's a lot of regardless of your gear, if you do this thing wrong, everybody dies.
Oh, well, that's just great.
Oh
right, so it's a little difficult, but just to keep things fun and lively, we're doing that as an AIE group, and we were streaming that on Twitch last night.
I saw that. I saw the news about that.
Right, so that was a lot of fun. We had some people come in and check out what AIE does in raiding, and some AIE folk who were checking out what raiding was like in Final Fantasy, because some people only know their own game, like they don't own a copy of this game. So it's a great way to check the game out and see what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing that. I need to trim up those that raid night into a more bite-sized segments. That's something I've yet to do, but something I'm planning on doing. So
you are making the mini raid smaller.
Well, I'm making the big mini raid in bite-sized chunks, sort of like snack size.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
fun-sized.
yeah, for anyone thinking about like, oh, the MMO I'm playing is too easy and game's too easy, you should try Final Fantasy 14. It punches you and then grinds your face in the dirt.
Yes, but it isn't always
sounds
like that,
delightful.
guys. Don't scare people away.
Well, yeah, that's only for the really hardcore stuff. Like, there's a lot of very accessible content as well. But
Crazy accessible content. World
Yeah, very
bosses
accessible.
and world mobs, like literally world mobs that people raid over. It's great.
Yep.
And
And
it's
like we were saying, like the World of Darkness that's coming is a very
Nope. World of Dark.
I'm sorry. The World of
Say it
Darkness.
correctly. That was impressive.
Yeah, that's very accessible. It's what a lot of the rating I do, and it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
there's really content for everyone. The only thing we don't have right this second is pet battles, but I'm sure they're working on it.
It doesn't matter because the pets are so freaking adorable in that game. Oh
They
my
are.
gosh. Like I always hit the random pet button and then they do little dances, they'll jump on your head or they're just so cute you want to squish them. Once I was in a party and we each summoned pets and we decided we had made miso soup because, the various vegetables and such that we had summoned would be perfect for miso soup.
That's hilarious.
well,
Evil tofu.
well, with our raid groups that we have, we do have that that will be continuing every Saturday night at approximately 9 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to get in with that, that'd be great. If we can get multiple groups going, because it is only 8 people per group. We'd love to get you, try to get as many people running through this stuff as possible to do what you are able to do. But we do want to, still want to field a Totania group each week. Tuesday night, we are going to be having an in-game wedding.
Yes!
Yes, there is some details on the forum post. It is an invite-only thing, but if you do,
As long as you
Samantha
friend the
and
person
Durant-
who's giving out the wedding invitations, you can come.
Right. Yeah, let's talk to one of them, and we can get you in there. It's going to be taking place at the Sanctum of the 12 in East Shroud, which is just a little area in the game. It's really easy to get to. It's like level 10 can get there without aggroing anything, and I think on the way there, I don't think there's anything aggressive on the way up there. And if there is, I'm sure we can beat the snot out of anything along the way for you.
Exactly.
But yeah, the closest teleport crystal is the Hawthorne Hut, which is right next to Grenada. And it's going to be a good time. We're going to be, it's going to be a good old AIE event, getting together, screenshots, pictures, and all that good stuff.
Yay!
And since there's a lot of people who may have taken like a Warcraft break that are coming back to the game, a lot of the old raid teams are starting to kick back into gear.
That's awesome.
And there's a lot of content for all skill levels. From the hardcore to the casual. Anyone can put. There's stuff for you to do there. Raid group size for 99% of the content is 8 people. So I mean, it's not a lot of people there. 2 tanks, 2 healers, 4 DPS, and with the way the structure's set up, anyone could be anything. So you level up.
Even Batman.
Yes, you can be. Well, in a couple of months, you can be Batman. Not yet.
Yes,
That's not
but you said anybody could be anything, so I had to jump on that.
And just remember, there is a mid expansion patch, a character class that was added. You can be a rogue and a ninja that was added. So if you play the game during launch and you haven't, left the game because it wasn't your thing, or if just too many games to play, come on back. There's a new class for you to play right now. In fact, I'm actually working through that right.
I remember on launch of that class after the patch, it was just like a wave of faces in the guild hall. Everybody was like Naruto. It was really funny.
Ninjas everywhere.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I think that's going to do it for the show. While the chat room begins to suggest show titles, we want to thank Abavan and Mr. K for joining us. Remember, kids, tofu is evil.
Hey,
I'm reading the script. You don't like it, Tetsemi. And don't you delete it and make me look bad, Tets. Abavan, Mr. K, where can we find you if we want to find you and talk to you and, all that great stuff and, joining the guild and all that great stuff?
Well, Umami is a great place to start for creating your for applying for your character in the game. Make sure that you do roll on the Gilgamesh server. Gilgamesh, I can't talk. Gilgamesh server.
Hey, I renamed our co-host here, or our co-guest here, so please, by all means. I've set the bar. You're fine.
So we're on Gilgamesh, and go to Umami, make your character there, and way you go to it and apply, and we'll get you in the free company, and we can help you out here, answer all your questions here. But it's a great game there. Obviously, forums is a great place there. I try to be a mumble, a decent amount there, and if you do play Warcraft and you want to ask me some questions, I don't mind fielding questions when I'm playing Warcraft about this game or about AIE in this game. If you see me, running around on my Moonkin or healing in my Druid, give me a holler. I'll be happy to talk to you about this game.
Just make sure he's not in Heimel, guys, because raid.
That'd be bad.
I have Whim. It's just that responses will be delayed because heal or deeps.
Yeah. You get that warning saying, "Hey, he's busy right now."
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be happy to talk to you in between pools because that's just who I am.
Awesome.
Umami there, and then we do have a Mumble channel there, so feel free to drop us and hit us up in there from time to time. Twitter, I am at Abovan. Kelsier, you are what's your account?
Kelsier _AIE.
Hey, _AIE crowd! Yeah!
Woo!
That's a good way. That way, if you add someone, you follow someone, they know exactly who they're from. Because otherwise, you're like, oh, I see that I might know them, but who are they?
Yeah, the @Aludra on Twitter is like some company in South Africa, or no, wait, that's the website. @Aludra's never logged in before, after making the account, so that ain't me.
@Macalla is some guy also, I think in South Africa that who's accidentally gotten tweeted instead of me a few times.
Yeah,
sometimes by my husband. All right, so if you have any questions or comments about our show, you can email us at podcast@aie-guild.org. Again, you can follow us on Twitter. The show is at AIE Podcast. Aludra is, as just referred to, Aludra _AIE. Tetsumi is at Ivory Tiger, and I am at Cyberwave. We record live with video every Sunday for now. Some might be changing, might not. We're still looking at that. At 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Our theme was composed by the absolutely amazing Andrew Allen. Follow him at Keys with Soul or visit his website, keyswithsoul.com.
And now it's time to play all of the great AIE member segments we received this week, including Ask a Magus, Ask Miss Mulgra, Overly Dramatic News, Epic Diapers, and Mega Minute.
Next week, we'll be talking to Van Flick from Lord of the Rings Online. So until then, AIE, I'm Aludra.
This is Macalla.
This is Tetsumi.
And this has been the AIE Podcast.
Bye!
Yay!
All right, so we've got some show titles. Final Fantasy XIV, AIE Aerospace, Jobs, Astrologers, and Improved Slaughter. I'm Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Me with my friends, and Michaela is Batman.
And we also have, I can't pronounce French, Je suis Batman.
I am Batman, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Jesus Batman.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so which one do you want?
Something Batman-ish, because I think that's funny.
Okay. So, something Batman-ish?
Yeah, I just think I'm Batman. I just think I'm Batman should work.
I'm Batman, okay. Arlena, thank you so much for our show title. Is somebody else making a note? No? I'll do it then.
I was just cheering on the chat room for being so great.
Yeah, they are super great. Oh, well then. Oh, Tetsemi has to be all super shiny and faster and with his cut and paste as I am typing it out. So.
Hey, I'm tired. That's the only thing I got to do tonight. So I'm.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Hugs to you, you super trooper, for doing this. So.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna cut the feed. Thank you, chat room. It's fun as always.
You're awesome. I heart you all so very much.